Hey guys, it's week2 here. Welcome back to my Go channel. Today, what I'd like to do is talk a little bit about the Go school that I've been going to. It's called Yeonggusaeng Dojang. Not entirely sure what Yeonggusaeng means, but Dojang is the Korean word for dojo. So if you didn't know, dojo meaning a school. It's a common term among like karate practitioners. In Japanese martial arts, they call the place that they learn the martial arts the dojo. So it's called Yeonggusaeng Dojang. Just wanted to give you a brief update, let you know where I'm at, because I'm not able to make as many videos because I'm really hard at work studying Go. This is my second week. Last week I played a game and my opening was bad and my mid game was average, but my end game was pretty good mixed with a lot of luck. And so I managed to pull off a victory when my opponent had a large moyo and I was able to push through it, and he made a mistake and didn't block me, and I was able to just decimate his moyo, so he resigned. This game I was bound and determined to play a 3-3 Sansan in my opening. So I'll describe what happened, and I don't know quite the rules of the school yet, so I'm going to try to figure it out. I'm guessing I'd probably have to get a student's permission before sharing the game, at least while I'm in the school, is my guess. So I won't be sharing the games unless I get specific permission, but I'm planning on asking and figuring out what the I guess what the criteria is for that. So I'll just describe it a little bit. I played somebody who is around my same rank, and he started with the 4-4, and I played a 3-3 across from him because I was hoping to get a double. Let's see. There we go. Diagonal. Here we go. A 3-3 in this corner and a 3-3 in this corner. And I was hoping he'd get like a black over here and a black over here. Okay, so that's why when he played here, I played here. When he played here, I played here. Wow, this is so tough. Sorry about that. So he played a 4-4 and I played a Sansan, and then he played a Komaku, 3-4 down on the bottom, and I knew what he wanted. He wanted that Chinese opening. One thing I learned about the school, there's been some really good Chinese opening lectures, and these guys all know their Chinese opening really well. So I figured I was dead meat if I didn't, stop them from making the Chinese opening. So what I did was I immediately approached the corner because I knew if I did 2 3-3s over here, it would be 2 3-3s against a Chinese. And I just didn't want to do that because I knew what the lecture would be about, right? When he reviewed my game, he'd say, okay, well, you approached the Chinese wrong. I didn't have time to study it yet. There's too much other stuff I'm working on, like life and death, and there's just so much. So it's very overwhelming right now. I'm planning on watching a lecture on the Chinese, learning how to approach and how to respond, and trying to memorize some of these patterns. Maybe even forcing myself to play the Chinese. Excuse me, sorry about that. So I just wanted to break it up, and it seems to be working for me because these guys are really well versed in some of these patterns, and so I do everything I can to just break the pattern, no matter what. So I mean, I'm playing to win. That's kind of my strategy. So what happened was I approached his lower corner, his Komaku, his 3-4 point, and he pincered me, and I pushed him down, and I realized, that I wasn't in a great position. And later during the review, he pointed out what I should have played, and it was awesome, of course, and it was so simple. And I'm realizing that in this game, simple seems to really be the norm. If you think it's right and it's not slow, it's probably right. So that's kind of one of the things I've learned. Another thing I learned that's interesting, in my previous game, I learned that when you're on the 4-4 and somebody approaches you and you pincer them, and then they pincer you, right? And say you have like another stone over there. It's kind of hard to explain, but if you have friendly stones in the area and your opponent doesn't, you shouldn't play the Joseki usually, because the Joseki is a pattern for when two equal groups are equally matched, and the pattern turns out equal. Well, you don't want the pattern to turn out equal for you if you have friends in the area. You want the pattern to turn out better for you, and it should. So there was an instance where basically I had like an extra stone in the area, and I played a Joseki, and he told me it was wrong, and I'm thinking, how is it wrong? It's Joseki. And he said, you have another stone in the area, so you should expect better than Joseki. You should expect, to come out ahead. And it makes sense. It's just not something I thought about. So I learned that if you're thinking of playing Joseki, but you have other stones in the area, you need to be a bit more aggressive. If your opponent lets you play Joseki and you're in his area, that's probably a good thing. So always try to look for a move that puts just a little more pressure on your opponent, because it seems like he'd be able to get away with it more. So there's that. And so basically the second game, to continue, we played, and basically he just played a couple. I mean, we both played bad moves. At our skill level, we both played some bad moves. But basically, how I pulled out a win on this one is, once again, he was ahead. He was ahead up until, he was black, of course. I haven't been able to play black yet, so I haven't been able to do my double 3-3 and see what the teacher says. He didn't say nothing about me playing the 3-3, so I thought that was interesting. But basically, he I would push and leave his group weak, and he would tanuki and play elsewhere. And so I just leave it. And then when the time was right, I would come back. And he did that a couple times, and I was able to take advantage. I was able to capture a bunch of his little groups, like by piecemeal, which is generally not a good idea, but in this case it worked out for me. So I ended up beating him by 32 points, but I thought it was a lot closer than that. So, it was a game that I felt, he was playing at least, my level and such. So I think I really struggle with white, so I'd like to think that I will do better with black. But right now there are, of the 6 people in our league, there are 2 people who won twice, me being one of them. I'm sorry, there are 3 people who won twice, and there are 3 people who lost. There are 3 people who each won twice, and there are 3 people who each lost twice. So I don't know how to do the math if I'm going to be, I think I need to win 1 more to be guaranteed to be in the top 2, or maybe I need to win 2 more. I don't know. I guess it probably depends on how everybody else plays, but as of right now, I'm tied for first, and 3 other people are tied for second, out of the 6. So I really like to move up around it and make me feel a little better, but who knows what's going to happen. I'm going to play to win and try my best. But this game went a little faster. I don't know if I was just getting in the flow of things or what, but the last game took me over an hour and a half. This game took me like 45, 50 minutes, so I played a lot faster, and so did my opponent. And I actually used a lot more time than he did, so I figure as long as I'm playing good and slow, shouldn't have a problem. So there's that. So I ended up pulling off a win, and sorry, rough day. I just wanted to be sure to get this review out there for you guys. I have a lot of videos pre-recorded of book reviews and stuff. So I'm thinking to kind of spice things up a bit, because a lot of you guys don't care less, how the Go School's going or what I'm learning or anything like that. So I'm going to put a few book reviews intermittently out. I did about 10 different book reviews just for, slow time. So hopefully you're looking forward to the book reviews. And that's about it. If you have any questions about the Go School or anything like that, please let me know. I'm hoping eventually to do a couple videos on some of the neat stuff I learned and share them with you guys. But then again, I don't know what my contractual agreements are with the school while I'm learning from the school. So, and I don't want to kind of betray any school secrets or anything like that either. I think that'd be probably wrong. But who knows? I'm going to do a little more research. I'm sure I'll learn as the weeks go on. So that's about it. I want to once again thank you guys for all your support, and please wish me luck in my Go training. Hopefully I can increase my strength a little bit. I already feel like I'm gaining a lot more knowledge and skill with the game. So, all right, that's it. Take it easy, guys. I'll see you later.